Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'll be discussing OxygenOS 2.2.1 on the OnePlus 2. This OTA latest update was released just a few weeks ago, guys. I've been spending a lot of time ever since then with the OnePlus 2, so I thought let me just do a video and show you guys the changes that I've seen so far ever since the update has hit the phone. Okay, before we start discussing the changes, guys, let's quickly get into settings and let's get into about phone and make sure that we have the latest software installed, which is 2.2.1, like I said. So this is OxygenOS version 2.2.1. Also, we are running Lollipop Android version 5.1.1. I know you guys must have been thinking about Marshmallow with HTC and LG. They've released Marshmallow already for their top-end flagship phones, and OnePlus 2 is a bit late to the Marshmallow party. But be rest assured, guys, as soon as OnePlus releases the Marshmallow update for the OnePlus 2, I'll be among the very first ones to report. Please do keep an eye on my social media, including Google+, Facebook and Twitter. I always post updates there, and I will let you know straight away as soon as the Marshmallow update hits the OnePlus 2, and that will be followed by, like always, a video. As you know, I give a long coverage to OnePlus 2. I've been giving it extensive coverage ever since the phone was released. Okay, so now let's get back into the log, guys. I took a few screenshots before I updated because I wanted to obviously share that with you guys. So let's get into photos, and from here, as you can see, I got this up already. So this was the version 2.2.1, like I said, guys, and the update was 241 meg in size, a big update with lots of changes. So GMS 3 upgrade. I know lots of you thinking what GMS is. Well, I will tell you in just a moment, guys. Let's quickly go to the log first. Improvement for roaming issues, fix for occasional image corruption issues in OnePlus camera, which few people reported, but I never had any image corruption issues. I think that was mostly on the RAW side of things, and you have to take a RAW photo. A security patch update, I'm sure it is for the February as well, which you will just check in just a moment. In fact, tell you what, whilst we talk about it, I'll just check it because I forgot to check it earlier. You guys must have seen it, but I didn't check it. There you go. So we have the latest February 2016 patch. I know the March security patch is out already, but that's for Nexus devices, guys. They're still getting it. I've got a Nexus 5X on me as well. It hasn't received the March security update just as yet, but as soon as OnePlus 2 receives it, like I said, I will let you know straight away. So we are up to date until the month of February in security patch updates. Romanian language support is now present as well. And what else have we got? We got RAW support in OnePlus camera, also Bluetooth compatibility improvements and ultra SIM compatibility, which I will explain you what I understand what this is. And also, let's see what else have we got. That's pretty much it. Sorry, this is the HTC One M10, the rumored device. Okay, so let's discuss all these changes, guys, one at a time. And first of all, let's start things with GMS. Now, from my understanding, GMS is basically the Google mobile services. All these applications like Gmail and Google Docs and Google Plus and Chrome, these are all Google mobile services which are independent of Android. They have a separate license, so that's why you see these updates in the Play Store. You can update your Gmail, you can update your Google Plus, you can update your Chrome and all these things like that. So all these apps are, even though owned by Google, they're not as such part of directly Android, so they run on a separate license. That's why you can go into Cyanogen mode or any other skin, and you're still able to install all these Google mobile services. So I believe that a GMS 3.0 upgrade is most likely the Google mobile services update, so that those applications are more compatible with other skins, like for instance OxygenOS or TouchWiz or HTC Sense or whatever that is out there. So it's basically this GMS 3 upgrade is most likely more has to do with the compatibility with OxygenOS now that is also getting ready for Marshmallow. So that's what I think. If I'm wrong, guys, please do correct me, but this is what I think this is. Okay, improvement for roaming issues. Well, I haven't been on roaming on the OnePlus. It's mostly when you go from country to country, or you go from continent to a continent or different areas. That's where you see the roaming issues. Well, I haven't been traveling with this phone, so I wouldn't be able to comment on that, guys, but it's good to see if they've improved it, and anybody out there who had issues most likely will see the changes. Okay, fix for occasional image corruption issue in OnePlus camera. Ever since I've been taking photos, guys, I never had no issue with the cameras so far, so I would not be able to comment on that. But if any of you out there who had corruption with their images, or if images were a bit funny, I'm sure this will probably fix the camera. Even though at times the camera was a bit laggy, but ever since I've had the update, I haven't seen any lag. In fact, once we finish with the log, I will take you into the camera app and I will show you the camera performance, the shutter speed and everything, and we will also discuss the raw image quality on the OnePlus 2 as well. Okay, Romanian language has been added, and raw support, like I said earlier, I'll show you in a minute. A Bluetooth compatibility improvement. Now, I listen to a lot of music, guys, and I have with me here my Bose SoundLink wireless Bluetooth headphones. They are the headphones that I often use, guys. I'm sure in my previous videos you must have seen these pair of headphones as well. I use them a lot for Bluetooth streaming, and even before the update I never had no issue with Bluetooth streaming or with any sort of issues like that. So far so good. If you got any pair of Bluetooth wireless headphones and you're trying to stream music, I'm sure, and if you had any issues, I'm sure the Bluetooth compatibility improvements will make a difference. Or maybe they've added more OEMs, more brands which are unknown out there, and people have been having issues with that. But me personally, with Bose and OnePlus 2, it's been a classic combination, and I really enjoyed the music with no problems there whatsoever. Now the next bit up is UltraSim. Now I know a lot of people out there are thinking as well, what's UltraSim? Well, to my understanding, guys, UltraSim has two meanings. Whether it means either it means that it's the bigger SIM, the bigger card, with the nano and micro SIM both built inside, but that wouldn't make any sense. The other meaning is there is a company in USA, they call UltraSim as well, and for the North American version on the OnePlus 2, which runs on band 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8 and all those, in North America, that company UltraSim actually runs on T-Mobile. T-Mobile is one of the bigger networks in US, so they use T-Mobile services and bands to connect customers with their phones and SIMs. So I'm thinking it's most likely for the North American version UltraSim compatibility improvements, and that company which uses T-Mobile's bandwidths in the North American region. The OnePlus 2, which is for North America, it has band 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 12 and 17 support, along with LTE and WCDMA as well. So most likely for European customers and for Indian customers, I don't think so it's going to be much of an issue with UltraSim compatibility anyway. And if it's part of the package, we take it happily, no problem. So if any of you plan to join, go to USA, maybe you get the UltraSim in or something like that. But UltraSim has got a huge network. I was googling and I was reading about this, and they pretty much covered the whole of North America using T-Mobile's network. So it could be that. Okay. So guys, apart from that, this was all the log that I discussed. Okay, now let's quickly get into the camera bit, guys, and have a look and see what the camera is all about. Okay, I'm gonna bring my LG G4 here, and we're gonna turn the camera app on, and we'll see if you can just play a bit with the camera app. I need to show you the raw support that has come into the OnePlus 2. So now let's quickly get into this, guys. As you can see, the options here. So if you just if you just swipe along like that, you'll see the settings bit. There you go. If you tap on settings, you can see it's got an option there says save raw image. Let me just turn it like this so that's easy for you to see. There you go. So this is the save raw image. So you can turn this option off, or you can turn this option on. Mind you, when you open the camera app, it might not come straight away, and you guys must have been thinking, where is my settings and where is the raw image app options? It took me a while before I could even find this. So what you do is you swipe across right, you see the settings button here, and then you click on that. There you go, and then it goes into the options, and here you can have your options with the camera for the phone resolution, like 13 megapixels or 8 megapixels, whatever you want. And you can also have the raw image turned off, or you can also turn the raw image on. So when you take a photo, it will be saved in your phone as a raw image, and you can edit it to your liking. I'm normally not that aggressive a shooter, guys. I don't use raw images. It's only for professionals, obviously. If I was to be shooting in raw, I'd rather be using a DSLR instead and not a phone. For me, it's point to shoot, autofocus, everything on auto. Or even if I want something really desperately, OnePlus 2 also has the manual mode. For the manual mode, as you can see, guys, you can bring different options out. You can, if you go along and see, let me just have a look, hold on. And you go into settings, there you go. So you have different options here. Let me just go into the manual bit. There we go, that's the manual mode. So if you go here, you got the this is your obviously ISO and your shutter speed and everything, your zoom and focus. You can just change everything should your wish feel like. So these options are, for me as a consumer, more than enough to play about with, and all these bits and bobs, so I can do whatever I feel like. So for me it's not much of a problem. So there you go, shutter speed, then you got your ISO, your brightness, your manual focus, your autofocus. There's so much you can do with the camera. For me as a consumer, this is more than enough for day-to-day use, so not that much of a problem. Okay, now let's get back into the photo mode, guys. Here again, the automatic mode, and let's take a few photos. There we go. As you can see, the shutter speed is pretty nice, not too bad, and no problems at all. Now also let's record a video. Let's have a look and see how the video comes up. The lighting conditions are decent enough here, so let's bring the camera close to G40. As you can see, there we go, guys. So decent enough, not too bad. Let's bring this stand here as well and see if it's able to focus. Boom, there you go, straight away, guys. It can focus at the same time and also focus at the phone as well, so not that much of an issue. A video is fine, a photo is fine as well, so not that much of a problem. So the camera speed is nice, the camera app is okay as well, no issues here whatsoever. Now one thing I'm sure which a lot of you are obviously wondering is about the battery life on the OnePlus 2. Now every time I have an OTA update, guys, as you know, I always discuss the battery life, and as always I've taken a few more screenshots, a couple of them, not as many, just to show you guys what the battery life on the OnePlus 2 is all about. So before, and these battery shots were taken after I updated the phone, not before. So this was how I was on the older version. When I got the newer version, February patch, everything I've shown you already. There we go, guys. So I took the battery all the way down to 46%. I was using mostly on Wi-Fi. I had to use GPS for a few minutes as well, and then eventually after using it for social media, YouTubing and this, that and blah blah blah, I was able to get 3 hours and 21 minutes of screen on time. This was with battery down to 46%, which is very good. This is the kind of battery life that you expect from a phone which has a 3300 milliampere battery. Okay, also by the time I finished it, I had battery down to 5%, and I got a screen on time of 6 hours. That was absolutely brilliant. So I actually loved it, and so far the battery life on the OnePlus 2 is amazing with no issues whatsoever. Again, I tested it once more, guys, and I took the battery down to 50% with the aggressive use, and I was again able to achieve 2 hours and 53 minutes of screen on time, which is again very good. So that means you can get close to 6 hours. If you're a bit heavy playing games and you're doing a lot of YouTube streaming or watching some live feed, then obviously the battery won't last you as long. Or if you're using your camera a lot, you're recording lots of videos and stuff, obviously the phone battery will not last you as long. But if you're going to be using like the daily stuff like WhatsApp, Facebook, you're going to be using Google Plus and things like that, with that kind of usage, a few pictures here and there, a few videos on YouTube, I'm sure you will have no issues with the battery life whatsoever. Okay, now let's also have a look at RAM management, guys. I've been using the phone for quite a while, so now let's also keep get into this, and let's get into apps and see if I can show you the RAM management side of things. It should be in apps somewhere. So look, there you go. So you go into apps here, and from here you go all the way here, and it should show you in just a few minutes. There you go. So the RAM management on the OnePlus 2 has been excellent, guys. I know it's got loads of RAM. By the way, this is the 4 gig RAM version with 64 gig internal storage, and RAM memory had no issues. I mean, my apps, even when I do multitasking and stuff, up to 4 or 5 apps are open at one time with no issues whatsoever. I know people are reporting about the Samsung Galaxy S7 still with RAM issues. I will be getting the S7 soon, guys, in the next week or so. So I will do a RAM management video on that phone as well. But as far as the OnePlus 2 is concerned, it has no RAM management issues, and the performance has been okay so far, not too bad. At times the phone gets a bit laggy, guys, for some reason, I don't know. With the latest update though, I have to admit, with 2.2.1, the performance has definitely improved. It's gone a bit more snappier than before. It was at least at times it was it was struggling a bit. You press the home button or you could try to go to the home screen and it was lagging. I think in my previous video when I explained to you about the fingerprint sensor on that video, a few people noticed a bit of lag, and I in fact noticed it as well. So every now and then the phone has the tendency to slow down, but with this 2.2.1 I can see the phone is fresh again, and it's ready for some more action, and it's definitely zippier than before from what I can see. And as you can see in the video as well, guys, everything opens up pretty quick, fairly fast, and responsive enough to enjoy a good experience. But I still believe that the phone can be even quicker, and they can optimize OxygenOS 2.2 even more than before. hopefully they will improve it at some point and we won't have any more performance issues. Still, I personally think with the 4 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon 810 inside, this phone is even capable of showing more speed and more response. But for what we have paid, guys, I think for about £250, that's the price of this phone now with the 4 gig variant. I think it's still a bargain of the last year and probably bargain of this year as well. So it's going to be one of the most fantastic phones ever made for the price, and hopefully with OnePlus 3 coming up sometime this summer, we'll have even a better phone. So guys, this was a quick overview of Oxygen 2 version 2.2.1, the latest update. We still have the phone running on Lollipop, but like I said, as soon as Marshmallow comes up, guys, I will bang a video straight away on my channel, and I will show you everything about that as well. Please stay tuned to my social media, Google+, Facebook, Twitter, guys. I always update my updates about the OnePlus 2, the battery, everything quite frequently. Okay guys, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. Any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment section, and like always guys, please subscribe as it helps, and I shall see you in the next video.